Another day of anxious waiting for relatives of the people on the missing AirAsia A320 aircraft. In the morning, they got a private briefing from search and rescue officials in the Surabaya airport, where the plane took off with 162 people on board. Andreas' sister-in-law was on the plane. She and some friends were heading to Singapore to celebrate the new year.
We hope that the government and the team will find the plane immediately.
But nothing has been found. No evidence pointing to what happened to the plane, nor where it might be. Just after first light, more aircraft and more ships were sent to a nearly 200-kilometer stretch of the Java Sea, looking for any sign of the airplane. It's a bigger search area than Sunday's. With more countries involved come more ships and more aircraft. Australia has now joined Malaysia and Singapore in the operation headed by Indonesia.
If the target is on land, it's easier than if it's an underwater location. But our evaluation of the coordinates that we've received suggests it is underwater. So our presumption now is that the aircraft is under the sea. It can be expanded based on our evaluation.
Officials say they're looking at the profiles of the passengers and studying the x-rays taken here at Terminal 2 of the luggage and the cargo before this Airbus took off on Sunday morning. They're also going to be looking at the maintenance records of this plane while they review AirAsia's operations. Later in the day, Indonesia's Vice President JUSUF KALLA appeared at the airport. He's become the government's representative on this crisis. And he says they're doing all that they can to find the missing plane.
Many experiences like Malaysia until now, no, they couldn't find. Air France in the Atlantic needed a few months. We hope as far as possible.
Also in the afternoon, an Indonesian Air Force official said an Australian surveillance plane spotted something in the sea within the search area. But as learned from the search for the missing Malaysia Airlines plane earlier in the year, repeated reports of object sightings never led to the missing aircraft. Yet every time, it led to false hope of those waiting for word on their families. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera, Surabaya, Indonesia.